Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is once again me, Zach, here today with another episode of Baroni. We are not going to be doing a hardcore run today because I haven't played in a while, and we're going to kind of do a warm-up playthrough, which will be good for me to get back in the swing of things before I jump back into the ongoing Ninja hardcore playthrough or Wizard hardcore playthrough, which I would like to reattempt at some point. Today we're going to be doing what may, at first glance, come off as being kind of a weird combo of race and class, because we're going to be doing a Goblin Conjurer. Now, we can pull up the race info for the Goblin, and we can find out why this is such a weird combo to many of you people who are relatively familiar with the video game. So, the Goblin's traits are as follows. Worn equipment, including things like staffs and weapons, any type of weapon or shield, any of that, degrades slower. It has a lower chance to degrade upon use, which is pretty massive, obviously. We start with a lightning staff, so already there's some cool class race combo synergy going on there. But in addition, our hood, which with the Halloween event going on, is currently a set of antenna, it appears. Our hood is very powerful and gives us a lot of mana regen, so that losing durability slower is also pretty important. In addition, raising any melee weapon skill raises all of them. Now this has kind of a mixed bag in terms of the synergy between class and race. However, it is really nice because we don't start with a melee weapon as the Conjurer, so our punches are just that little bit more effective, right? Because we also are leveling up swords, spears, or polearms I should say, maces, any of that stuff will level up as we punch, which means that whenever we get a hold of an artifact weapon, we can use it and be reasonably confident that we'll be pretty good with it. Weapon skills raise a little bit slower to compensate. I think this is like a 25% slower rate, roughly. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's somewhere in that ballpark. This is obviously compensated for by the fact that you're getting essentially 5 skill ups every time you get 1. Then, the final thing, and this is what might make you think that the Goblin race is bad at Conjurer, right? And that is that they cannot memorize new spells. You cannot read a spell book and learn a spell. Okay? That's obviously a problem. I will explain why it isn't actually a problem here in a moment. To finish us off here, though, we are resistant to unarmed attacks, which is really handy because most enemies, I believe, that don't have weapons, like if they're just biting you or scratching you, like rats, spiders, trolls, I think they all count as unarmed. And you also resist swords, which this sword resistance I think is kind of mid. It's useful in certain areas. Sometimes you see a couple of swords in like the insectoid areas, and kobolds have swords, as you can see in the background of this shot here. But it's not a great resistance, I'm not going to lie to you. However, weakness-wise, we're weak to axes, polearms, and ranged. Ranged can be bad early, doesn't really matter late game. Polearms and axes are kind of scary in the early game. So these weaknesses become less important as we go through, but I will note axes and ranged can be a bit spooky when you're dealing with skeletons. Polearms can too, but just less, I find. Of course, we're going to get into game and there's going to be 3 spear-wielding skeletons just to prove me wrong. But over the course of my playthroughs, I would say that ranged and axes are much more irritating to deal with, by and large. Finally, we're friendly with goblins and automatons, normal stuff there. However, let's talk about the goblin's inability to read, and discuss why this is not a problem for the Conjurer. So the Conjurer, and we can't really see it here, so maybe I'll just jump into game real fast and show you there. But the Conjurer has a unique quirk that he shares with a couple other classes in the game. And that is that the Conjure Skeleton spell... Shut up, Baron. Thank you. The Conjure Skeleton spell is an innate spell. If you start as a Conjurer, you just have it. You can't lose it. I mean, you could lose it if you read a Cursed Spellbook, but I don't think you can do that as a Goblin, so it doesn't really matter. But this guy will never leave me. He will always be here, attached at the hip. In addition, if we come down here to Magic and Casting, right? If we get the Legend bonus of Casting, and if we get the Legend bonus of Magic, you can see it says Auto Learn 2 spells. Force Bolt for Casting, Dominate for Magic. Because this is an auto-learn effect, even though we're a Goblin and we cannot read and do not understand how words work, it doesn't matter. I'll put that on my bar for now. It doesn't matter because we will still get those spells. Force Bolt will still cost nothing. And we'll be able to use Dominate to our heart's content. So as the Conjurer, first off, before we go any further, can we just talk about how cool this game looks on Halloween? I think you can enable this at any time, by the way, if you are really into this. I know some people probably aren't, but I really like it. I think it's very cool. Spirit flame and stuff. It does confuse me because I'll see a jack-o'-lantern and be like, is that food? It's not. You can't eat jack-o'-lanterns in real life. I don't know why I think that, but that is how my brain do. Either way, yeah, the Conjurer class starts with a very powerful Apprentice's Hood. This gives us a lot of mana regen overall. Wrong button. This is why we're playing a warm-up game. We want to just kind of use up a bunch of our mana. We'll get it back quickly, and we won't be casting too many spells as a Goblin. But you can see that this will occasionally just tick up faster than it's supposed to. We can even look here, MP regeneration. So we get 1 MP every 5.9 seconds, and this gives us a 30% chance to essentially double that, right? Give us 2 MP every now and then. So we're already back up to 9. It's very fast. This is an incredibly powerful tool, which I think the Mesmer is the only other class that gets it. So starting attributes here. 0 strength, -1 dex, -2 perception, 2 con, 1 int, and 0 charisma. Charisma is a dump stat, we don't care about that. Constitution being 2 does give us 2 AC, which is nice because we have nothing else going for us in that department. We are nude men with this cape, which I'll keep on for now in case we get an enchantment on it or something. The -2 perception is the most irritating thing about this class, by far. How much mana do we need to cast this? 17? Let's do that. There we go. The -2 perception is the most annoying because we basically can't appraise things for a bit. Get on out there, buddy. I already see a dude in the distance. It's so scary. Man, I haven't played this game in a while. I didn't realize how much I would miss it. What the fuck? That's a torture rack. Okay, he's fighting that dude. That's good. Now we want to get in here. We want to get back shots if we can. Don't take that out of context. And obviously we cannot appraise this. I think hooks are axes, by the way. So we want to try and get back shots so that we can get sneak attack bonuses. And we want... Oh, there's the lever. Cool. And we want to punch as much as possible. Why is that gold? That's weird. Because... Slightly upsetting. Man, everything's so creepy right now. But it will level up all of our melee skills. Sorry. So you can see here we got 1 in everything. There's no more use for the cauldron. This is a bed, I guess? Wild. So I like to command my dude where to go specifically. But remember that if you tell a skeleton to go to a place, they will stay there. They will not follow you, so you need to tell them to follow you again. So we come back here. We just kind of smack them in the booty. We can give our dude last hits if we want. Early on, I'm going to focus more on leveling myself up more than anything. So this is an old trick that I've talked about a few times on the channel. tell him to sleep, relinquish his soul when he wakes up, and then resummon him is sort of the best, like, loop. I'm just going to resummon him now because I've got the mana and I might as well. Gets my casting up a bit. He'll come back full HP, but more importantly, this is a new skeleton, right? Which means that now, if he takes damage, I can tell him to sleep. And the reason we do that is because every time you tell somebody to sleep, it has a chance to level up your... There we go. Has a chance to level up your leadership, and leadership is pretty important to us. It's not like the most important thing. We're going to tell our dude to come here. This is a safe corner, so if we tell him to stand right there, anything that tries to come at us, he will engage for us. I just wanted to see if I could appraise anything yet. Now what we can do... Stay there, buddy. What we can do to try and get appraise levels is things like read scrolls or drink potions. I don't think we have any potions. We just have some stale food. I could try reading this. I'm going to do it. There's a blank scroll. So that got our appraise to 1, which worked out perfectly. So now, there will be something here that we'll be able to appraise at some point. We still have -1 perception, which makes things tricky for us. But we did get an early perception boost as well, which is nice. Sometimes it can be very painful. How did you take 1 damage? You stupid? Sorry, sometimes it can be difficult to get going with the appraisal as this class. I will say I think that the automaton is the strongest option if you want to kind of min-max your Conjurer gameplay. They have a lot of benefits. I'm not going to go into them in this video. If you guys want to see me do a Conjurer automaton video, I feel like I did one, but I might not have. But if you want to see me do another one at least, you know, sound off in the comments and I will be happy to provide. So again, we put him to sleep, and now we're just going to instantly resummon him. Because he was still alive when we resummoned him, you saw my mana dip down super far and then came back significantly, because I get a refund whenever I relinquish his soul willingly, rather than... Is that what I sound like? I love that. That's fantastic. Potion, that's good. That's another thing you can do. Drink potions you haven't appraised yet to try and get your appraisal up. So this is obviously a little bit lower of a priority. We don't care about books as much because, you know, other than appraising them, they can't do a whole lot for us permanently. However, they are still worth picking up, especially early on, because books are not super difficult to appraise. Oh, the boulders are pumpkins. That is adorable. So we are getting hungry. I might have to eat food that I haven't appraised. We need to be careful here. Slimes can be pretty deadly in the early game. But it is worth trying to get one. And we also need to be careful here because mimics are even deadlier. Okay, cool. That's a lot of food. What's something? This is expired. I don't know how bad expired is. Well, it didn't kill me. That's fresh. Let's just eat that. That hit the spot. Stale? Okay, so that got me to very full. I don't love that on Halloween all of the chests have teeth. That's bad. That's not good for me. Man, I don't really have anything I can get rid of right now, do I? Okay, well, we'll just... Well, there's a spear there. And it's worthless to me. I can't do anything. Now, the Warlock helmet, that sounds awesome. Well, it might be cursed. Never mind. I was going to grab it just because it's a Warlock thing. Okay, that was also not spooky. Let's bring the skeleton boy over here. Kind of put him in this room-ish to block anyone from getting to us. And take another risk here. Do I die? No, I live forever. What are the chances that could happen twice? Well... The chances, as it turns out, were 110%. Let's do it again. No reason for us to do anything special here. We don't need to, like, fully restart or anything like that. We didn't do anything crazy important. Let's see here. We just need to arrange stuff on our hotbar how we like. So our spellbook starts as faded. God damn it. There we go. Our spellbook starts as faded. You can see the Goblin effect here. Like, we spammed it wildly, it lost no durability whatsoever. So we'll wait here for just a brief moment. What is this, 4 mana to cast? Does it not tell me? What the? No, wield it. I'm not seeing it. I guess it doesn't tell you when you're a goblin. Man, goblins. Goblins have it rough as mages. But that's fine.
You cursed brat.
Best of luck.
Hello? Okay. Conjurer is a decent class in the early game despite some of its weaknesses. There we go. Just had to break line of sight on that guy. But yeah, it's not a completely weak class by any means. So again, we've got him asleep. We're gonna let him sleep this time.
Wanna play ball?
What the? That was just like a deep cut reference. What the? Fantastic stuff. So again, this takes 17 mana? Yeah. But our mana recovers so quickly because of the hat, it just doesn't really matter. Then we can just do this. If you were paying attention there, you actually might have seen, it actually did give me a proc from the helmet right then, which was pretty cool. Awesome. There was a chance that that would hit him, but I mean, like, he's not that expensive, it's fine. We do need to be careful, we are very squishy at this point in time. Not just to exploding words, I guess. You know what? You stay back there, actually. I don't want anything surprising me. There we go. Now you come with me. Yeah, it's oh, it's just a little cubby hole. Okay. Thought it was like an intersection. So unfortunately, now we're back down to 0 appraisal. And we can risk reading scrolls, but as you saw right there, they explode. Not all the time, but like often enough that it's unfortunate. Jewelry is always good to grab, regardless of race or class. I heard a door break in the distance. Do I have anything I could? I don't think eating food that isn't appraised helps with the appraisal skill at all. That's a neat little room. I think it has to be potions and stuff. Luckily my guy will help me break this down. Oh, I didn't mean to! I'm just gonna put him away for a minute. My bad, dude. Damn. Really? Bad luck. There is a cheesy strategy you can do with the skeleton where you summon them in a place where they can't get to you. And then you just punch them. And you level up all of your melee skills to 100.
You cursed brat.
Okay, just grab all that stuff. I hear men to our left over there. Well, now they're over this way. We're pinpointing them. Get him, Skelly. I see him. I'll let him get the last hit. Letting him get the last hit is probably the better play 90% of the time.
Wanna play ball?
I would have preferred if I could have gotten any hits there, but it's fine, because your skeletons do level up independent of you. I feel like that's something not many people explain when playing the Conjurer. But it is true. Your skeletons level up independent of you. Meaning that letting them get last hits and get XP like that is very important because they become stronger. Not only do they get more HP and just hit harder and stuff, but they get new weapons and armor. Eventually capping out at crystal stuff, I think when they hit like level, is it 30? Or is it like 25? Either way, we're going to put him to sleep. We don't need to wait for him because we have enough mana. This is the kind of nice thing about playing as a goblin, is you're not really a caster, so you don't use your mana for much. You're more of a punch boy. So you always have enough mana to re-summon your dudes. Now we're going to kind of check here, see if there's anything unfortunate about, and then we're going to... There's a lot of stuff over this way. Then we're going to do this. Okay, there's a slime. Our dude tried to path really far around to get to that slime. We don't want him to do that. Okay, let him get the last hit again. Once again, we put him to sleep. Our leadership went up there because he got the last hit as well. That's another benefit of letting your dude's last hit instead of you. Okay. Off we go. We're still getting decent XP. We're going kind of slow here, but that's fine. No, I want that. This guy is not super quick, so it is important that you take your time with him. Get used to how fast he moves. Don't go too far away from him because you really don't do much on your own. Oop, I didn't mean to hit that button, but that works out fine. See, it refunded whatever mana we lost, so... Alright, double slimes. That's actually kind of bad for us. So, our dude is getting low. We want to sleep him, and then he'll immediately get woken up. We'll give him the last hit anyway. Nice. So, now we can't sleep him again on this floor, but of course we can just refund him and pop him back out. Now he can sleep again. You see, he's level 3, he's got 5 more HP. Just like with everything else in this game, every level gives you 5 HP on your dudes. Now we do need to eat something. This is expired, which could be bad. So is this. This is only slightly stale, so we're going to eat that. For now, with no appraisal, we're just kind of doomed to eat whatever it is we can find that isn't actively terrible. Or at least, that isn't obviously terrible, since it's very difficult for us to tell at the moment what is and is not bad for us. There's nothing here, but there are open doors, which could mean a lot of things. Hello? There's another one of those there. I hear a rat. Okay, so there's that dude. Get him. You gotta be careful. Sometimes the enemy will see you first, and they will beeline towards you. Okay, let him finish him off. Put him to sleep again. Resummon him. Awesome, we're doing fine. I'm gonna spam some more mana. Maybe get us another level up. Okay, so spellbook is gone. That's fine. We truly did not need it. We do have this potion. I'm gonna drink it. Okay, that was booze. That was fine. But it did not give us an appraise level. So that's a bit of a bummer. We do also need to be careful here that we don't end up picking up too much stuff and losing all of our speed in the pursuit of greed and wealth. Okay, that was an eye patch. That's cool. We also don't want to be using our staff if we can help it. Okay, that put our perception to 0. Now we can appraise things. Nice. Okay, so we appraised the chew. Gonna try eating that. Okay, that worked out fine for me. And now we can start picking out stuff that we don't want. So that's cursed, obviously we don't want it. That's not cursed. It is tempting, but it is 0, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Slingshot, we might mix it up a little bit and use some ranged. We're pretty bad at ranged. If we look at our attributes here, we have 1 in dexterity and 0 in perception, despite being level 4, which is not great. That's not fantastic, I wouldn't say. More importantly, though, we really don't want to be carrying all this garbage around. In fact, I don't even really care about the melee weapons at the moment, because, like, we'll be fine just using our fists for the moment. Also, I think we've explored most of this floor. We'll kind of take a little glance around here and there as we head out the door. And as we go, we'll also... See, this one might be worth using for us. That's like 50% more AC, which is not bad. We are going to use these iron daggers, probably. So, toss this guy. And then just sort of organize everything based off of how bad we are at appraising. We do have a shield, which is good. We want to get our block skill up relatively quickly. And there is a reason to keep these spell books around, by the way, in case you were curious why I was holding on to them when they don't matter. Partly for the appraise, yes, but also partly because I don't have much food. That's kind of a bummer. Also partly because we could potentially use them, you know. At least for a little bit. We can use spell books. Okay, so this is big. We did not get a Minotaur this floor, which is pretty nice. There's a rat there. I hear spiders. It's a little bit spooky. Let's just immediately sleep him and resummon him. I'm scared if I sneak, though. What is the sneak button? I rebound my sneak button, and now I cannot remember what it was. Bonk. Okay. So you saw my unarmed went up to 3 there. Puts all of them at 3. Pretty nice. Real quick here, though, let me see what my controls are. What the? Oh, bindings. Customize. Sneak is space. I have a torch in my hand. That's my bad. Oops. I was gonna say, maybe I can see further while sneaking. I can't. Perception is doo-doo. Gonna send him over there. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna sleep him. Then I'm gonna summon him. And then I'm gonna send him over there. If there was a spider or something, he will hopefully find and engage it. Yes, he did. I'm just gonna beat the crap out of this guy because spiders can be kind of scary in the early game, and I'd rather just not deal with it. I'll let him sleep. Okay, so we did appraise a bunch of stuff here. And we can drop all this. Keep that food, even though it's not great. Toss that for sure. Amulet of Poison Resistance is not bad. I don't really care about this stuff. I'll keep the blank scroll for now. Okay, well, these spell books are worthless to me. Because they are cursed. Well, this one's not. So we will spam this one. Simply to get levels. Oop, nope, that's not what I wanted. Another... Well, this one's flawless, so it's better. So we'll refund him. We get a bunch of our mana back, enough to resummon him. Teleportation ring, don't care about that. There we go. Costume of protection, nice. And there's Force Bolt, which is less mana than this one, so we'll hold on to... I mean, I guess we could keep that one for now. Because, like, it's just 2 level up, so it's probably worth it. And then that gem is all we have left. So, off we go. Oh, he went a different way. book. So this is where the class starts to really take off, when you can appraise stuff, when you can start, you know, playing the video game the way all the other classes can from the beginning. Well, not all of them, but you know what I mean. When you get this far in, it's usually looking a lot better for you. Okay, that's another slow. I guess for now I'm just gonna kind of equip. You know what? No, I will put this one on 7 for now. Because, I mean, I might as well use this to hurt things, right? Dang, nice, he lived again. Our dude gives off some light, so we don't necessarily need... Oh, somebody died there. Don't necessarily need to worry too much about that. We got some armor, that's big. Let's see if we can eat this. What about this? Yeah, we're getting really lucky. Because we are eating garbage. All of our food is expired. I was kind of hoping we'd run into... Okay, nice. Might as well hit something when I'm spamming, you know? I'll leave this on for you guys to be able to see better, though. There is a shop there, and it is actually a bookshop. Which is pretty big.
I'll fix you.
Decent chance of him having some good stuff. Worthless. Boots are good. I mean, honestly, I think I prefer that over the... Oh no, that's a hat slot, that's right, duh. I don't really think that's worth it for this. We're not really focused on using magic this time. It's weird to say for me, for sure. Ooh, this must be magic reflect. But it is true. Okay, resummon you. Check for a mimic. No mimic? Fantastic. Slime? And we just let him do the rest. Sleep. Okay. Nice. Refund his soul.
You cursed brat.
And, you know what? Double check. Yeah, sometimes you get more than one slime. As long as he's tanking, we're good. Fantastic stuff. And resummon him again. Boom. There you go. The basic Conjurer gameplay loop. This bear trap is decrepit. That's not as important. We start with a magic staff of lightning. So we don't really need that for the gnomish mines. Almost said the goblin mines. Now, do we want to try and kill that guy? That's kind of spooky. It is possible, but I don't know if we're powerful enough yet. When we get our, I believe it's magic? Maybe it's casting. Does it tell me? 60 magic skill, yeah. We'll get an extra dude. Now that takes into account our int, so if we look at our magic, it's 47. With our int, it's 53. We actually only need 7 total points more. Light spell doesn't do anything for us. Witch hat, I mean, that actually kind of does. Plus it looks good. Yeah. Always prioritize aesthetics, brothers. Now what we also want to do here, other than... Ow. Ow. Okay. I've been playing so much hardcore. Well, I was playing so much hardcore when I last played this game, pretty much at all, that I'm used to those guys like ripping me in half. But before we do anything else, we do want to... I heard a door open, and that's a little bit spooky. That's decrepit. I might have worn that if it wasn't decrepit. There's a bunch of books here.
Wanna play ball?
I think that's everything. But the shopkeeper here is a bookstore, so we should be able to sell these to him. We have potions of polymorph. So we'll do that real fast. In we go. Hello, sir. Beetlejuice, I guess. So, yeah, sell that, sell that, sell that. Yes. And that for sure. I don't really think I need to carry all of these around. Caramel apples. How much gold do we have? 300? Is there anything else? Extra healing is pretty nice, but we can't learn it, so it doesn't really matter. Like, honestly, none of that does. I think we just buy food. Kinda good with that. Then we're gonna grab the torches from in here, so that if we do decide to fuck with him, we don't have to worry about it. Ow. The cauldron looks really cool. So we have too much weight currently, which is probably because our strength is only 2, but a lot of it is from these. Oop, I don't want this. I mean, I guess honestly I can use this for now. You start with a, well, I mean, hold up. Oh, that gave me poison. I thought it was like poisoned water or something, so it would wipe out the polymorph. We can actually go sell this book if I'm fast. You start with a lantern because your... There we go. Boop. Perception is so low. Sorry. And because your perception is so low, you physically cannot see as far. The lantern helps out with that. That is a terrible hat. That's like the worst hat. If I was a succubus, it would rock, but I ain't. So what are we looking at? We've got 7 int, and we've got 47 magic, so we are very close. We might be able to hit. Resummon you. Drink one of these. Is that enough? 7 plus... Oh no, not quite. Come on, one more. So now... Yes, now we have both. And he looks Is that a frog hat? You're more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. Fantastic. So now, we could technically kill the shopkeep, and we might. In fact, I think we probably will try. By holding the block key, I believe it is, while giving a command, you can see by my cursor it says all move to, so then you can command everybody. And for right now, that is what we're going to be doing. Nobody out here? We punched this, right? Yes. And this one. There's an exit, not the one we're going to be taking, but an exit. Hey, we got a book about Luffy. The Sea Baron. Neckbeard. Fantastic. I should read these books sometimes. Anybody want a series where I just spawn in books from Barony and read them out loud? I wonder if that's something anybody would be interested in. Might be funny. Both these open? I would like to know that it's safe in here. Okay, it is. Good. False alarm, everybody. Turn it around. Ah, hey, dude. I'm not gonna hit this guy. I'm gonna let the other guys kill him. Fantastic. Leadership 61. Decrepit comedy headband. Fantastic stuff, but worthless to me at the moment. Let's put the food down there. Polymorph is finally wearing off. We'll probably equip that when we decide to take care of the shopkeeper, but for now... Can we get back? Everybody follow me for a moment. If we go back here... all the way back here... Okay, we're very hungry. That makes us weaker. Does this lead to death and glory? Or just death?
You cursed brat.
There's like a whole area on our minimap that is not explored. Okay, big appraisals. Tau, cursed booze, and I guess I can throw that at something. Book of slow, don't need it. Potion of sickness, that's nice. Definitely throw that at somebody. Okay, so I guess that's it then. Oh, there's a boulder there. Wah. Well, glad I didn't go that way. Just resummon both of them. Slurp up their delicious essence. And now we can begin work on the merchant, because I don't think there's anything else here. I mean, I guess there's the top right corner. We can go check that out. Or at least try to. There's no guarantees in Barony. Head that way. I think we want to try and get our Sentinel up to level 10 as fast as possible. I think that's when they start getting good. Which is difficult to do, and we're not going to stress about it too much, but just know the Sentinel will be a bit weaker than it could be, hypothetically. Pitchfork? Nah. Fists. Probably I'll use the potions of sickness and stuff. Did that open something over here? Weird. Did I miss something? I thought I heard a gate open. But I don't see one. Probably nothing. Maybe. I'll check over here real fast. Hello? Hello? No, I don't see anything. Alright. Take a slightly alternate route here just to make sure we picked up everything. And now we've got a decent amount of food. It won't last for all that long, but it will last long enough. I think honestly we use the bear trap against him. We're probably going to have to use essentially everything. And I thought we had another slingshot, but I guess we only have the one. That's fine. Let's see. Toss that. Equip that. Toss that. We will come back for this stuff, but it's worthless in this fight and we don't want it to slow us down. We're a lot faster now, you know. So, Sentinel, stand there. Knight, stand there. Actually, you know what? No. Knight, you stand over here. Sentinel, you stand over here. In fact, stand there, and Knight, stand there. We don't want him to come out, see them, and start backing up into there, because it will be hard for me to help. I forgot that that would automatically unleash Excuse me, sir. I don't know why my warrior went running off like that. Sorry if I'm not saying much, I'm very focused. Oh, nice, one of my dudes got the final hit, I think. So, let's appraise all this. Now, a lot of this is stuff we sold to him that we don't care about at all. Scroll of Light, don't care. Scroll of Destroy Armor, don't think I care. Might regret that someday. We're not going to think about it too hard. Light, Summon, Teleportation. Good stuff. So we didn't drop anything too crazy. We probably don't need that towel, period. Let's put that on 9. Force Bolt can go on 3 for now. I guess we don't really need the Amulet Resist or Amulet of Poison Resistance because we have one. We are going to keep these 2 spell books on the off chance that we need them. There we go. We can come back around here. Grab one of those. I could have been sleeping my guys a bit better there, but a lot was happening, alright? Grab a couple extra torches. That looks very funny. I think that's it. I will end the episode here before we go down into the Gnomish Mines, because, you know, it's scary down there and I don't really want to go yet. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to tune in next time to see more of this. It's going to be a little bit more laid back than what I've been doing lately with Barony, but there hasn't really been a lately with Barony, so I guess that kind of works out. When we get through the next floor, if we get through the next floor, that is when this class, and especially with the goblins specifically, is going to absolutely take off, because by then we will be getting into the swamp, and we'll be able to make allies with other goblins. So, tune in for that. That will be big. Like I said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how much you guys like it down in the comments. Until next time, peace.